wife and I bought the business about a year ago. We celebrated our first year anniversary August 15th. Had a real nice party. Lots of people showed up. Live music, good fun was had by all. And we bought the restaurant with the intent to add a brewery to the equation. That's my background, is restaurant and especially breweries. I started Fish and Game Brewing Company about 10 years ago on Maui, which later became in 2005 Maui Brewing Company. And then just last year I left to just pursue my own little gig over here and open a brew pub and doing my social service for the beer-loving world, trying to give people a better glass of beer over here on the Big Island. There's some of the best that are available here from the distributors. We locally represented. We have Maui Brewing Company as well as Kona Brewing Company. Also from the West Coast, we've got several microbreweries, Deschutes, Sierra Nevada. Beyond that, Belgian-style beers and some German beers, Czech Pilsner. Basically just trying to fill all the different little categories of style, if you will. There are over like 80 known different styles of beer that are significantly unique, and we don't have 80, but we do reach quite an array, so that you can go through the list and go from light to dark and malty to bitter and fruity and many points in between. I generally have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to come up with, before I make it. And at the same time, that's why we do experiment, try we evaluate beer at every stage, from the first processes of mashing in to tasting some of the first runnings from the brewing process to beginning stages of fermentation and different stages of aging, and while you're doing that, you can get a good handle on what's developing, and perhaps some alterations come to mind, like, well, maybe a little more of this or a little less of that. I've had some fun brewing with nuts, coconut included. I think that works really well with anything from an amber to brown ale to a porter or a stout. It adds layers of chocolate and coffee and toasted coconut type of flavors. But I've also used hemp seed. I've used macadamia nuts, and some of the nuts maybe don't come off as well as others. Hemp seed is interesting. I don't know if it's really my favorite, but it does add a certain nuttiness, but it's fun to try, I think, if something generally tastes good as a food, perhaps it does have merit as a spice in beer. Well, I'm hoping that we're brewing by the end of the year. That's my hope. It's a goal just to get it done as soon as it makes sense, and as soon as things allow. Well, it could. I've definitely done that. That's how I originally got inspired with coconut. I remember nearly 10 years ago buying a bag of toasted coconut candy alongside the road in Kahakaloa on Maui, and I pretty much devoured the entire bag and realized that this would really be good in beer. And so I went back and bought some more, and long story short, used it and tried it with small batches of beer and found some different techniques to add the flavor to the beer and in a roundabout way. So yeah, the person who made that really did influence me to go, wow, let's check this out. So the same thing has happened with different farmers coming in and offering to say, grow us cilantro for our restaurant, and I would much rather support a farmer directly for a few reasons, to give them a better price on the product that they're actually growing, as well as afford us a better price, but even more importantly, to get a fresh organic product from a local farmer directly from the farm, eliminates the middleman, keeps it that much fresher. And so, those kinds of relationships I'm very open to for beer and food. Oh, absolutely. Richer foods often beg for a bigger, richer beer, and lighter, more delicate foods like salads or, say, a ceviche would really go nicely with some lighter, more spicy beers, like, say, like a wheat beer or a Belgian-style bit beer, maybe a light bitter or a pale ale. Whereas a richer, say, beef enchiladas with a rich kind of spicy red sauce might go well with a rich Belgian ale or an IPA. Absolutely, I have a huge fond love for music, especially live music, and also local music. Not necessarily people who get paid to be musicians, but there are just a ton of great musicians in this community and on the rest of the Big Island and in Hawaii in general. Just it's really common to have people bust out their guitar and sing a few songs at night, and so we do have an open mic one night a week, sometimes two. And we really, it's a great time. It's Thursday nights, and we have a host that kind of starts it all off and opens up the mic when anyone wants to sing or play or give us a poem. We generally go until, lately it's been about 10 p.m., starting at about 6.